Yo, what's good, guys? I'm back with a review. I got Fantastic Four. I was waiting. I was kind of waiting a little bit before I released this, just because like I just wanted the movie to like settle down with me instead of like giving it like an off screen, cause like or not off screen, like just like a off rip right out of the theater reaction. I just had to let it marinate. But yeah, I'm good review, so I'm gonna hop right into it. So initial expectations, I wasn't really expecting much. Like based on the past Fantastic Four movies that I've seen, they've all been kind of mid. The original ones were more of the better ones, but I haven't seen those yet. So that's the only from what I heard. But the only ones I actually like sat down and saw was like the Michael B. Jordan one, and like the Fantastic Four haven't been like a type of superheroes I was really interested in. So I was really just going to see this movie just for the plot of the Marvel. Like I think this is the last movie, one of the last movies leading up into Doomsday. I know we got a Spider-Man movie coming out before Doomsday next year. Initial expectations, I wasn't expecting anything really. I was expecting it to be like mid. I wasn't really expecting much, if I'm being honest. I saw the reviews. I think that's what motivated me to go. Originally, I was just gonna see this on DVD or like when it came out released, but I saw the reviews. They said give it like an 88% on Rotten Tomatoes. Like IMDb gave it like a 7 out of 10. So I was like, all right. So it's like a good movie. It got higher scores than Superman. So I was like, all right, but because I like Superman, so Fantastic Four. I'm gonna go in here and see what's up. So the first thing I want to talk about this movie, the cinematography was done extremely well in this movie. The 60s vibe, the 60s aesthetic fit well with this type of universe from Marvel. As you guys know, like in the Fantastic Four, these guys were in their own Earth, and their whole like universe gives me like Jetson vibes. I don't know if you guys know what the Jetsons are. It might be too old for your time, but Jetson vibes, futuristic 60s aesthetic. I like how they blended both versions, so you're getting the 60s aesthetic, but it was also futuristic, and I felt that was very unique because we haven't seen anything like that in Marvel before. The way that some of the scenes were set up, like it was like split screens, like little like sometimes like comic strips, or not comic strips, but like strips. I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it. If you saw the movie, you know what I'm talking about. But I like how they did it with those. They're telling the story of the origin of Fantastic Four, and they didn't do like a whole half a movie on it. They just gave it like a good like 5 minutes, and I felt that was really good. Appreciate like James Gunn with his Superman movie, how he just jumps right into the action. Fantastic Four copy a similar, or not copy, just follow a similar formula. They just jump right into it, and I appreciate that a lot because we already know their backstory. We already know like a lot about them, so having this like a new original story felt more authentic and more unique for this type of Fantastic Four movie. But yeah, out of all the Marvel movies, I felt like this one did a really good job, and it's probably one of the more visually appealing Marvel movies. Like the cinematography was great, the future aesthetic was great, like the way they just pushed their story forward and continued the plot in a fast pace, but the pace worked. I felt like they kept the movie central to the plot, and I feel like that's something that was really done well. And I like how like they're able to implement jokes, but it wasn't oversaturated like a lot of Marvel movies do. So overall, this movie is really well put together. Now hopping into the cast, I really like the choices of the cast. Like initially when I saw them being casted, I wasn't really down for it because I wasn't sure like how Pedro Pascal would play Mr. Fantastic, or how Joseph Quinn would play Johnny. I wasn't sure like how these characters would do because like I already knew their actors. I already knew like what type of roles they usually plays. I wasn't sure how they're gonna handle the positions, but they proved me wrong, bro. Every single one of the cast members did extremely well in their acting. They played their characters to the T, and I feel like even the characters themselves in the movie, they always had something to do. Like they weren't like left out or anything. Each character was as equally as important to the story. And I just want to dive right into the characters themselves, starting with Sue Storm. The way they portrayed her in this movie, she was carrying that team, bro. She was carrying that team offensively. Like, her powers are insane. But yeah, she's definitely probably the strongest on the Fantastic Four, and she was carrying that movie. Great acting by Vanessa Kirby. Vanessa Kirby played Sue Storm well, especially in the baby scene she was giving birth. And she was giving birth and carrying the team, keeping them alive. Keeping them invisible. Like, her powers is crazy. And especially when she had to push back Galactus, she was really showing that inner strength, that motherly instinct to protect their child. So that was crazy. I'm gonna talk about Mr. Fantastic. Pedro Pascal played him very well, giving him that quirky, not really quirky, but like he was more like focused on the best possible outcome for each situation, so focusing on using his intellect. And this man, bro, he literally built. This man is a genius, bro. Like, I don't think I've seen another Marvel character smarter than him, bro. And that might be canon. But literally, he was carrying that team in terms of like technology, bro, like or intelligence. Like, there's a situation with the black hole thing, and this dude was helping give birth while figuring out a solution to get them out, while like the situation was simultaneously changing. Like, they ran out of fuel and stuff. They had to zip around the black hole, like stuff like that. It just shows like he's an adaptable thinker, and he was very vital to the team, especially for figuring out a solution to transport the Earth somewhere else. Like, I don't think anyone in the Marvel universe would be able to come up with that. So like, the whole 60s futuristic aspect, I could have sworn that he built most of that, or he helped design most of that. So like, this man is insanely smart. Like, they got a squad. Johnny, I kind of like Johnny, and compared to all the other versions of Johnny where he's just a hothead, this Johnny is actually like, he's kind of a hothead. He has traits of that, but he also has like, he's also kind of smart in his own way, bro. He had figured out how to speak a whole nother language than the whole movie, bro. That's insane. But yeah, that's what I like about these characters. They're like versatile. They're not just one. They're just not one and done thing. They're not like have one feature that they only focus on, nothing else. They're more. These characters are kind of more complex, and I like that. Johnny had that little connection with Silver Surfer. I kind of like the vibe they was getting. The alien thing is kind of crazy though. I don't know why everybody trying to get with an alien, but hey, yo. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I think Johnny he cast it well. I liked his character. Like his personality. I felt like it was more funny because the jokes weren't forced. The jokes were just slightly put into there, but it fit into his character. And the thing, that boy taking classes from Sanji, bro. That boy can cook. He was like Mr. Fantastic's best friend, and he was just the rock that brings everything together. See what I did there? But yeah, he I think did his thing too. He had like a little subplot with that girl that he was trying to like get with. I'm not sure how that would work because like he fully rock and she a human, so I don't know how that would work. Like, if she was attracted to a rock man, I would think there's something wrong with her, but like maybe she's just looking into the soul, bro, and that's like more natural. Who knows? I'm kind of glad they didn't dive too far into it with the subplot, because overall it didn't really matter to most of the story. But one thing you have to appreciate about this story is that family first, bro. Family first. Like, this team has the most chemistry in any Marvel team since I've seen the original Avengers. Like, this team might have more chemistry than them, bro, because like everyone's on the same page. They're always putting family first, and like whatever they do it, and they make a decision together. And that's what we like to see, like the overall theme that keep your family strong, family first. Remember that family comes first. Remember that family is like so important. So I like the family aspect. I like how they always made decisions together. I like how whenever they needed help or anything, they always confronted each other. It's like they had that trust and they had that bond. And I feel like we haven't seen a lot of that in Marvel before. A lot of these teams are like dysfunctional, like literally the Thunderbolts or dysfunctional, and they kind of still are, but they're becoming a stronger family and making it work. Well, this team, they've had a ton of experience. The movie starts off with them and Fantastic Four for 4 years, ends with another 4 years. They've been Fantastic Four for 8 years, so they're super experienced, and they just really have that strong connection. You can see it within the characters themselves and the casting. Like the casting in real life, they got strong bonds too. You can just see it how they grow together. So I really appreciate that family aspect in the movie. In terms of action, suspense, and drama, there was alright action. Like, for a superhero movie, there wasn't really that much action compared to what we saw on Superman. That's like night and day. But the action moments, when there was action, the CGI was done very well, especially the black hole scene. That scene might have been one of the best scenes in the movie. The way the Silver Surfer is getting sucked into the black hole, you can just see like phases of her like phasing and stuff. That joint is clean, especially like on the wider screen. That joint look insane. And other action scenes, I mean, there's not really not much to talk about. All of them are done pretty well. When they were fighting Galactus was a tank, bro. They literally kind of do nothing, and that kind of goes into the suspense part, like how like the whole movie, how they're supposed to beat Galactus, because Galactus is just like a cosmic being. He's way stronger than all of them, and it just shows that there's like literally no hope, bro. Like there's almost no hope, especially when the moment where like Mr. Fantastic is like, I have nothing. Like the smartest man in your world is saying I had nothing. That's when you know you're cooked, bro. So the fact that he actually was able to come up with an idea because of Vanessa Kirby just shows that dynamic between them and then the family, like how each other got each other's back, like the different ideas they got going on, and it really just shows that they're a strong family and they have strong chemistry. There's suspense all throughout the movie, especially like just revolving around Galactus and like how they're gonna defeat him. I didn't even know how they were gonna defeat him, but they came up with the idea to transport the Earth, and I mean that joint almost worked, but Silver Surfer, she was a D1 hater, stopped that joint. But yeah, if you saw the movie, you know how it goes. They push Galactus into a portal and he's gone somewhere else, so he might show up in Doomsday, bro. You never know. We'll see though. Then for drama, I think drama kind of goes hand in hand with suspense. I mean, there was a lot of drama moments, a little drama moments between Mr. Fantastic and Sue Storm, some drama moments between Johnny and the Silver Surfer, and I kind of like that dynamic the Silver Surfer and Johnny had, especially with him like be able to figure out her whole language with only like one phrase. Show that like she got selected by Galactus to save her world, and like kind of shows the parallels how Johnny's trying to save his world. I don't know, bro, the parallels, I feel like that really taught around nicely. I mean, her backstory could have been a little bit cooler, but I don't mind the thing that they did with it. But yeah, man, like there's a ton of suspense in the last final fight scene, especially when Johnny's gonna go in and just like save the family because he had to get the job done, and then the Silver Surfer bumps him out of the way, coming full circle. So it shows that your words have an impact on somebody. You never know, you could change them, and you could change them overnight. You just never know. It just depends on like what you say and what you say to them and how you share it with them. So like words have impact. But yeah, I mean overall I feel like this is like a really good movie. Like I wouldn't put it on Superman level because Superman is more of a superhero movie, but I feel like this movie by itself, its cinematography, the casting, the acting, the suspense, drama, action, I feel like more of those elements are stronger than Superman, because like people are always going to compare Superman and Fantastic Four, especially since they're both superhero movies and they came out in July, so I feel like they're always going to get compared, but they're like two different movies. While Superman gives you like hope, Fantastic Four is more like showing you like reality, but at the same time sticking strong to the values of like family first and like their principles. And like overall I feel like the Superman movie is definitely the better superhero movie, but I think Fantastic Four is a better movie in general. It's like down to the cinematography, the way it was structured, the plot, it was just had more consistent things. I want to get into the end credits and like a few theories of what might happen like post Fantastic Four. Like we see in the end credits as Franklin, shoot, I haven't even talked about Franklin, bro. Franklin a beast, bro. Literally brought his mom back to life. Like that joint broke him, bro. That's a creative character. He like the power scaling of Marvel just keeps going up and up. Like we just saw the Void and he's crazy. Now we got Franklin and he's crazy. He didn't even tap into all his powers, bro. He's a baby and can bring people back to life. Imagine how broke he gonna be, bro. He gonna reshape the whole Marvel. Who knows? He might pull up in Secret Wars. Who knows? But yeah, Franklin's crazy. Just remember that. But yeah, in credits, we see Sue Storm reading a book to Franklin. Then she comes back around and we see Dr. Doom with his mask off, and then Franklin's like touching his face. So what that means to me, first off, when I saw that end credits, my whole theater is going crazy, bro. People were making monkey noises. People were like saying, "Oh my gosh, RDJ!" Like everybody was going crazy, bro. I was like, dang, bro, settle down, bro. People are jumping out their seats, bro. I'm like, sheesh. Yo, Dr. Doom had like 3 seconds of screen time. He already getting this much aura, bro. Imagine how much aura farming he gonna be doing in Doomsday. We not ready for it. But yeah, that end credit was definitely one of the more hype ones. I don't understand like the end credits of Thunderbolts because it didn't really like tie back in with this movie, so that might be in the future or something. Who knows? Like that might just be a scene from Doomsday. We don't even know yet. But the end credits definitely kind of shows that Doctor Doom is in the Fantastic Four universe. We don't know if it's RDJ himself or a different Fantastic Four, but we did know throughout the Fantastic Four movie that the location that Doctor Doom is from, I forgot what it's called, like Valveria or something, I'm not sure. But they weren't present, so it just shows that Doctor Doom was like not hiding himself from the Fantastic Four, like him and his country. Like he must have not like agreed with their values or whatever, and now he's like making his move after he saw that they dealt with Galactus, and it shows that they weren't willing to give up Franklin, their baby, to save the world. So maybe Dr. Doom's just thinking like, you're not willing to make the big sacrifices for our world, so I will, or something like that. And that might be the reason like he comes to power or whatever. So who knows? There might be a Fantastic Four 2. I'm not sure if they will, but I feel like they're gonna go into Doctor Doom, into the Doomsday, especially if this is RDJ's version of it. But yeah, bro, I feel like for Doomsday, Franklin is gonna take he's gonna be a huge part of the plot of that movie, especially since he got cosmic powers, and this dude's basically a Minecraft created character. He can literally do anything he wants. So like, maybe I don't really like the idea of Doctor Doom like influencing the child to do what he wants. I feel like that's kind of like a weak plot point, because at the end of the day, Franklin can do whatever he wants, bro. And I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure he can like change like ages and make himself like older just to have that wisdom. So I'm not sure that's gonna be a good plot point. The only plot point that would make sense is Doctor Doom just taking Franklin's powers and maybe becoming Emperor Doom or whatever. But I'm not sure if that's even how he becomes Emperor Doom. Let me know in the comments. But it's the MCU. They're probably gonna take like different versions or iterations of the comics and like make Doomsday off it. So I'm kind of excited for that movie. I'm excited to see where this goes in the Fantastic Four. I like their cast. I like their whole group overall. And I'm excited to see them in Doomsday, for real. I'm excited to see them interact with the other Marvel characters, especially Johnny, bro. Johnny funny, bro. He funny. But in terms of overall, this movie, I would give it like a 7.2 out of 10. Like, people are kind of glazing it, I can't lie, and then like comments and stuff saying like this movie is one of the best Marvel movies ever. But I feel like people just do that to hype people up, to get them to watch the movie. Some lady in the theater while I was watching the movie, they said this movie was good, this movie is terrible. I'm like, dang, keep your opinions to yourself, girl. Dang, like, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't even bad. The movie was a good movie. Like, if you have a cinema, if you're into like photography and stuff like that, this movie is like very visual appealing and stuff. It's like eye candy. But the movie was not bad at all. I would give it like a 7.2 out of 10. Like, I get the Superman movie at 8 because like, me personally, I like that movie better. I felt like it just had like stronger action scenes and stronger sequences. But this movie overall was crafted better. The cinematography, the casting, the acting. Overall, this movie is just a great movie. It's a solid Marvel movie on its own right. And compared to all the other 3 Marvel movies that came out this year, I would say Fantastic Four was definitely crafted the best. I still like Thunderbolts more, but Fantastic Four is also a good movie. So that's just my thoughts and opinions. But let me know what you guys think about the Fantastic Four movie in the comments. Let me know what you guys think about Franklin. Let me know what you guys think was going to happen in Doomsday. Any theories, or how do you like this movie compared to Superman? Just let me know in the comments, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.